nigga here now, Biggie, tell me who do you fear? Ain't a living soul breathing, so pump no fear here. My last phone flashed and I mashed his ass. Blasted, fuck with me, but I blast your ass. You got a lot of nerve to play me. Another gay rapper, busting cats at JAYZ.
Man, these cats ain't never touched nothing, never gonna touch nothing, you know. Spend too much of their time gossiping and shit, you know.
Yo, YouTube, what up? It's your homie Gab, I'm in the building. And this is MAKAVELI Media. I got a question for y'all. What's harder, yo? Tupac's Die Slow or Jay-Z's Dead or Alive? Tupac and the Outlaws versus Jay-Z and Source Money.
Die slow. Die slow.
It's murder, dead or alive. It's murder, dead or alive.
I think that's a good one because, hear me out. This video was inspired by my last video. Me talking about Biggie and Jay-Z taking shots at Tupac on I Love the Dough, and people leaving messages in my comment section like, yo, you really ought to cover Dead or Alive when Jay-Z was really dissing Tupac. When he was like straight up coming at him and everybody knew who he was talking about if he had dropped this album. And I said, you know what? That's a good one. Because it's two sides of this room. It's two sides to this coin. It's two pieces to this equation right here. You got some people that say Tupac is the GOAT. That's where we stand. And you got some people that say Jay-Z is the GOAT. And saying Jay-Z is the most successful rapper of all times. And you know, there was friction between Tupac and Jay-Z. The problem was Tupac lost his life before he got to thoroughly address the situation with Jay-Z. It all started, we all know how it started, Jay-Z's affiliation with Biggie. And you know Pac wasted no time jumping in the battle, coming at Jay-Z, trying to hit everything that's moving. And he recorded the diss track, Die Slow. Now, Tupac had dissed Jay-Z on the song Friends when he said, ain't no other like me, fuck Jay-Z. He broke and I smoke daily, so let's be friends. But all this stuff was unreleased, you know what I mean? The public didn't know about these recordings until the bootleg Makaveli started flooding the streets. And then you had Die Slow. Now they also dissed Mobb Deep in the hook, but this was primarily about Jay-Z. Now Die Slow was grimy, the beat was hard, Pac was showing out on there talking his shit. You can smell the weed smoke coming through the speakers.
Death before dishonor, never let you swallow me, no apologies. Your honor, a general in war.
When you listen to Die Slow, wasn't nothing pretty about it. It was just venomous, you know what I mean? And Tupac said, you got a lot of nerve to play me. Busting shots at Jay-Z and still avoid capture. Well, y'all caught up in the rapture looking for me. I'm in Jamaica sipping daiquiris, no doubt.
Why y'all caught up in the rapture? Still after me, I'm in Jamaica sipping daiquiris, no doubt.
Shit was hard body, it was hard. And you know, a little while later, it was rumors, it was speculation that Jay-Z had actually recorded a diss record for Tupac as well. People started doing their research, in different interviews. You had different people talking about these diss tracks really existed. And then, I say like around 9/7, Dead or Alive popped up.
Ain't nothing dead or alive playing me. I take beat to the grave, that's how my mama raised me.
Now it's rumored there was a bonus track on Reasonable Doubt on the Japan release. I'm not a big JAYZ fan, so I don't know firsthand where this song first popped up. But this is JAYZ featuring Source Money. And this is definitely a diss back at Tupac. But once again, people wasn't blatant enough to say Tupac's name. JAYZ was just addressing the fact that he knew Tupac dissed him. And the crazy part is, he was saying basically if the person was dead or alive, he's still gonna diss him back. If you listen to the lyrics, if you break down what he's saying in his song, he don't almost sound like he's convinced that Tupac is even dead at this point. But he was just saying that, you know, he gonna address all beef and all disses. He might not say it at the present time, but eventually he gonna work his way back to what you said slick about him.
Address that at a later date. You know what I mean? Everything must be addressed though. You know, nothing slides.
And you know, that would explain why he had no problem dissing Tupac on I Love the Dough, being that Tupac was already dead. The fact he already had a diss track for Tupac after Tupac was dead, then you know that was a piece of cake. But you know, a lot of rappers still felt a certain type of way because it was the manner Tupac was dissing them. Like Tupac said on Die Slow at the end of it, he say, "Nigga, my memory ain't bad. How you gonna be Hawaiian Sophie fame one year and a tough ass mobster the next year? My memory ain't bad. Bang, you dead. You out the game."
How you gonna be Hawaiian Sophie one year and be tough ass mobster next year? Nigga, my memory ain't bad.
And then Jay-Z was like, you know, you still hollering Hawaiian Sophie fame. Damn, y'all still on my dick.
Hollering shit from 89, Hawaiian Sophie. Goddamn, y'all been on my dick a long time.
You know what I mean? So Jay-Z knew about Die Slow. It's almost like that Dead or Alive was Jay-Z's response to Die Slow. I would guarantee you that Dead or Alive is the answer to Die Slow. Maybe that's the best way to put it. That was a retaliation track for Die Slow. And you know Die Slow came out after Tupac died. But Jay-Z really didn't give a fuck. Dead or alive. That's wild, right? Think about that for a minute. But I mean, styles make fights though. I mean, I think eventually, you know, this beef right here would have sizzled out. But they definitely would have traded some, you know, some bars at each other. No doubt about it. Pac would have came at Jay-Z a few more times, and Jay-Z would have had no choice but to respond after a while. And, you know, hip-hop would have got to see Jay-Z versus Tupac. But anyway, back to the main topic of this video. What track was harder? Did you like the rugged Die Slow? Or did you go with the more smooth, more wittier Dead or Alive? Leave your thoughts in the comments section. Don't forget to sub to the channel. This is Makaveli Media. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm your homie Gab. I'm signing off. I'm about to hit y'all with the peace.
Bad boy killer, JAYZ got to looking out for Mob Deep, nigga, when I find you.
On the celly bumping Machiavelli, I hold no grudge. You diss me, I diss you. What? Love is love.